What's going on, guys? So the Chocobo here, and we are back. And we're looking into the belly of the beast. Crafter. I don't know anything about this, but I have the materials to make it. It is one of those ones where it's like nested inside of other things. So a tier 3 requires a tier 2 plus more stuff, and then tier 1 plus more stuff, and then blah, 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 blah. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to start off by making just... Well, apparently I'm not even going to start off with that. Apparently I'm going to have to do this. All right, so let's just... I don't know. Great. So very first thing we're going to do is we're going to make ourselves a Certus Quartz Wrench, because that's ticking me off. Alright, so Certus Quartz Wrench, we can get that rolling surely. Certus Quartz Wrench, bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. Let's go ahead and make that. And I thought this would... It's gonna break everything again. For those of you watching YouTube, I did this before and it broke everything, and I was not a happy camper. Oh, okay, shift click. Okay, I was like, please don't do this to me, game. I've been a good bird. Why? All right, so let's go ahead and make ourselves... There we go. That's what I really wanted to see. All right, so we made ourselves a good number of golden nuggets. Oh my, I'm not gonna lie. I had like a miniature heart attack. I was like, please no. Machine frame. We're just gonna make one, and then we're gonna have to make these, which is gonna require some redstone torcherinos, which we can absolutely get rocking and rolling here. Let's go ahead and make... Oh yeah, we'll stack, whatever, that'll be fine. And then we are going to also... That's not what I wanted. Crafter tier 1, need some crafting benches. I think, yeah, we'll have enough. So let's go crafting tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. And that's as high up as we can go. And I don't believe I can do anything else with this guy. Nope. Alright, good. So, well, I mean, not good as in like, you yippee, I can't do anything else, but like, yay, as in at least we got this figured out. So, there it goes. Powered up. Speed mode slow. Now, let's go Sonic fast. I don't know what I'm doing. And then, let's see here. What can you do? What are you really allowing us to get doing here? We'll keep one item in every inventory slot. Int will put results of crafting operation inventory instead of output buffer. Merely current items, and nope, that's not what I wanted. Open manual. Alright, the crafter is a powerful automatic crafting machine that can handle up to 8 different recipes in a single block. Oh, okay, that's actually really good. It can be used to craft multiple items independent from each other, or else it can be used for more complicated multi-step crafting recipes. By default, it uses 100 RF for every crafting cycle, where it does all the crafting operations one step. Okay, so it's pretty power hungry. The list at the top left allows you to select all the supported recipes. If you select a recipe, you can edit it in the right grid by dragging over the right items. The crafter also has an internal inventory and 4 output slots and blah, 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 blah. Alright, so I'm going to attempt to figure out what we just could have learned proper if, you know, I had done it properly. So let's go ahead. Do something like that. Apply. Okay. Promising. And then... Oh! That was so fast! Okay, we're on slow now. That slow? Never leave me. Never ever leave me. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Wait, hold on. No, actually, wait, hold on. Let's read some more of this. The crafter also has an internal inventory of 4 output slots for crafting results. By inserting a storage filter item, you can also prevent unwanted items from being inserted into this inventory, which we don't care about. The keep all button is only active when a recipe is selected and allows you to keep control, blah, 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 blah. The crafter also has resume, blah, 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 blah. Alright, and then the other one is a different block entirely. Interesting. Okay, so these guys... Okay, There's one last test. There's one more test before it really wows me into oblivion, which is if I give it now broken iron ore. All right. And then I go back to this, and then I just... The only thing I wow. That is amazing. Holy fleet. Okay, so we do need to make an export bus and stuff, which is, it's kind of a bummer that we have to do that, but yeah, no, that could absolutely be awesome. All right, let's do it. Oh, I need to make pistons, freaking pistons. All right. Oh, for God's sake. Why do you do this to me? We do need to make some form of wood gathering, though. We have to make that automated at some point, because we're never really ever running out of wood, but I always end up being like, I have to go find it, and I have to go like locate like random little bits and pieces I've left over the world. Actually, maybe we are out of wood. That's not good. Okay. Well, this is... Okay, no, there we go. I was going to be like, need to do some rocket surgery. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, so let's go ahead, bring the wood over into here. Go ahead, change this all into good old-fashioned plankerinos. And then throw the... Nope, not what I wanted to do. Alright, let's go ahead, throw those all into there. And then let's do take 2 of export bus. ME export bus. Ooh. Alright, ME export bus. And before I just looked at something that actually would have been lit, but I just didn't care to actually like take a good look. MP export bus. Then bang. There we go. I know some of you guys are probably like, Choco, this is like getting mad intense. Like you may need to dial it back a little bit because you're gonna have to move all this stuff. And to some degree that is true. This is not exactly gonna be the joy of my life to undo, but at the same time, it really isn't that bad. It may look kind of bad, but I promise it's not gonna be that horrible of an experience. I don't think, anyways. You know, it can never be too sure. But I don't think it will be too awfully horrible. Now, export bus, I've always had problems with export buses. And I don't know if it's because I'm just a derp or if it's because there's an actual honest to God problem here. But I think the way this will work is we need to actually get ourselves some other stuff here. Hold on, let me quickly just see real quick. So there is, I know for a fact that there is definitely an acceleration card for this. I think what I need though is I need you, I think. So I need capacity cards. So okay, hold on. Before we get too carried away, let's go ahead and make ourselves some capacity cards. Alright, and then just throw these together. I need calculation, don't I? Of course I need a calculation processor. Why wouldn't I? What the heck am I missing? Silica, for Pete's sake. Alright. Okay, let's just take some Cirrus quartz dust. It doesn't really matter at this point. And then just... Oh, I also added this little, like, super shady thing down here. I hope you guys appreciate that. I just figured that some people would probably be just about ready to strangle me based on the fact that we still hadn't done something like that yet. But, yeah, I put that in, so, you know. Shout out to the home fam jams. That made 0 sense. I swear I totally know how to talk. And then, doop, swap them out, make some calculation presses. All looking good. That was probably a little bit more than what I actually needed, but that's all right. Have that run through. Let that come out the other end. And then now we have some calculation presses. Look how easy Can we just take a moment to appreciate how easy peasy this all is? Like, just appreciate, man. Just appreciate. Just take a moment, take it in, just take a deep breath, be like, wow, it is the thing of my dreams. Because it really should be. It really, really should be. All right, capacity card. I think we only need 4. Yes, we need 4. That was the most attractive voice I've ever had, ever. All right, 4 capacity cards. Let's throw them into the import bus. Boom. That is not good. Scheduling mode. Export the first item until the network is empty, then try the next ones. No, I don't want to do that. I want... Oh, wait. No, there we go. Okay, cool. So, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So, let's go ahead. Broken iron ore. Where are you, my friend? Let's take one of you bad boys. And then let's go and throw you into here. And then I'm going to reach back into my bag of goodies. Whip out one single solitary chest. And then just be absolutely distraught, heartbroken, saddened, and everything else. No. But like, what the fleet, man? I never understand export buses. Every time I mess with this thing, it's just the worst. Alright, so the ME export bus extracts items from the ME network storage and places them into the inventory it faces. You must configure which items it will insert. Leaving the configuration blank will result in nothing. Okay, so the ME export bus will try to export items, list skipping over those that cannot fit into the destination. So that should be Oh, it is working! It just took a while to figure out what the heck I was doing. Okay, so cool. So that's working. And then... Kill. I don't know why I said it like that. I'm a Valley girl. I know you guys thought I was, you know, Chuckle Bro, but I'm actually a Chuckle Gal. Alright, so bang, there we go. And then... Yeah, let's just move this on over. Let's just mosey it on over. Where are you? Crafting tier 3. More like crafting for me. And then... Leads... Do I have any leadstone energy left? Leadstone, no. No. Okay, hold on. Leadstone, energy. No, what are you? What do we use? Hardened flux ducts. Okay, let's make some of that. So let's get some hardened flux ducting into my life. Alright. Hardened flux ducts are going to require some lead ones anyways. That's a-okay by me. I don't have the lead for it, but we can get the lead. So let's go ahead, do that. That's not how that works. Okay. Some lead sand. Bada bing, bada bing, bada boom, 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 bada bing, bada bing, bada boom, 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 bada bing, bada bing, bada boom, boom, bada boom. Alright, lead ingots. Throw that into here. And then let's try that one more time. Lead flow. What? Oh wait, no, it's not called that. It's called like leadstone. Yep. Okay, I remember now. All right, so let's go ahead and make. We'll make some more. 24 of these bad boys. Then go over to the hardens, and then there's no way in the world I have any invar in here. However, I do have some invar over here, I think. Reaching in my bag, goodies and fleet. Do I not? Well, don't I feel like a silly goose? Do I really? Oh, there we go. I knew I had some somewhere. All right, Invar ingots. Whoop. Invar ingots. Over we go to here. And then let's go ahead and make ourselves in these bad boys, shall we? Oh, I'm like, did I miss something? Like, are we at war with something? Or like, what's going on here? All right, no, we're good. We good, fam. We good. I can't spell for beans. Boop. And then let's just make a whole bunch of these. Excellent. And then I just need to do a little bit of this kind of magic. All right, so now that is all rolling and good to go. And then let's turn this on to Sanic speed, and let's make ourselves a stack upgrade. Now there is an actual thing I should kind of make note here, because some people I'm sure are going to be like, so what exactly? We actually do have an upgrade for the acceleration card that we can obviously put in here, right? The reason why I'm not doing this right this particular moment is because of the fact that it, how to say, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for me to really get that far into this. I know we're getting like, it's like, but Choco, you're already doing it. Like, why not just go the whole nine? Oh, that's where. Okay, I was like, where are some of my items? But yeah, we're gonna have to build a new thing. I just really am not looking forward to it. But that whole area, I'm gonna have to demo it. I've made a decision. I'm gonna demo it. I did not want to do that today, but we will have to demo it in the future, which is scary because that's a lot of work to demo that whole thing. It's gonna be monstrous. So we are gonna have to definitely demo that down. It's gonna be a lengthy and rather painful process, admittedly, but you know, we'll survive. We'll make it through. We'll make it through, and it'll be fine, I think. That's what I keep telling myself, and that's what I will convince myself of until the day I die. All right, so speed upgrades. Let's make a whole host of these, and then with said speed upgrade, I'm going to look up the letter U. But what I really meant to look up was stack upgrade. And then let's see how it stacks up against the competition. All right, whatever. Stack upgrade. Bang, bang, boom. And now that is all just rocking and rolling. This, of course, is getting bottlenecked, which is completely expected, but mother of mercy, that is beautiful. All right, that puts a smile on my face. Oh, you glorious, glorious thing. One last thing for the boys. Acceleration cards. We gotta try. We gotta... Do we really run out of cards? Like, you for real? Alright, 2 cards. Acceleration cards. Yep. I have no room for any of this stuff. We'll throw these into... You know what? Just fudge it. We'll throw everything in there. This is the glory of having an ME system. I can throw everything in there and just not give a flying hoot. All right, acceleration card. Let's go ahead. Nope, wrong thing. And let's go ahead and put 2 acceleration cards in there. And then we should start seeing that that's filling up much faster. Thumbs up. And then we are going to be able to do all that. So cool. Okay, so we do have a system now for this in place. So what I'm envisioning is that we're going to have to make little output pipes. It won't actually be that bad because of the fact that the export buses are going to work. Actually, just 1 capacity card will do it. Yeah, 1 capacity card will do the trick. So, and I just disabled. That's fine. I don't need this right now. But, okay, so we're just going to need 1 capacity card into here. We can put 3 acceleration cards, which is going to move, I think, 48 items at a time. And then with that, we're going to be able to have this go into here. Obviously, this inventory is going to have to empty out into the Tesseract. It's going to send it over to our little Tinker's Construct Foundry. And then once we have that, we will be in good shape. So overall, pretty cool. Overall, pretty good, actually. And actually, let's go ahead and smack around with our Executioner. So... that is that. Now, with the... I'm actually... For the content of the episode that's brand spanking new, that's it. That's all I wanted to do today. I just wanted to confirm that. But now that we have this confirmed... I am English, good wow. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do a recap here as well as some kind of future plans and stuff like that, because I think this is actually a really necessary step at this point, because we've hit some kind of weird bottlenecks. I wanted to make sure that we recognize what things we need to do and make sure that I can open this up to you guys to make sure that I don't miss anything for those of you on YouTube as well as on Twitch. So the way that this is all going to go down is this thing here, this particular storage area is going to be kept intact. And you might be like, but Choco, I thought you're going to... Yes, this part's going to stay intact as kind of a legacy thing, just like how we did the old ones, including Preston, because Preston can't quit the series. He's stuck here forever. And then we're going to have to do that. But this is the thing. This is the catch. This thing is going to have to go bye-bye. In addition, we're going to kind of break these two chests down, and we're going to make our ME system all the way back here. And that's going to be kind of to not mirror that over there, but to kind of make it so it's somewhat symmetrical in design, and that there should be nothing in this little area. This should be all just empty space, more or less, and that's supposed to flower out into the new thing. So we are going to have to demo this all. That's okay. It's not really going to be that hard or bad to put back together, especially now that we have a lot more stuff. In terms of, like, I have infinite cobblestone that's, pouring out of the sky. I have, Lord knows, a super awesome furnace that can smelt down stone. And we can even cover the top here with glowstone or something really crazy if I really want to. So we do have a lot more options open to us for making a new one of these. And I thought about Cursed Earth, but I think I'm going to hold off on that for now. I might make it like a double decker. That's not quite the expression I was looking for, but like we might make a 2-floor version of this, and we might make 1 floor Cursed Earth and 1 floor regular. I'm not sure yet. I don't think it's going to be happening at the same time, because I still do need to level up Executioner up, right? He's on the last little bit here. Once he gets to godlike, then all bets are off. But we're going to make this into a giant AE2 system. So in review of the things that we do have, we may have a mob grinder, but we're going to have to improve that. We will add a XP storage tank area for the new one. I promise you that right now. I am making a pinky promise to every single one of you that we will do that. In addition, we have our center area, which is, of course, a legacy part that is going to be left as is. I'm going to clean up these chests. I will do that as well. But the things that will stay, I'm going to leave the sieve here. I'm going to leave the crafting table, the achievement stand, the tree, the anvil as well. Actually, no, the anvil is going to go. And as well as these furnaces probably. These furnaces will probably be able to stay. Yeah, I think the furnaces can stay. And then that is all there. We have the foundry, which is going to process all of our ores. Also have one foundry part that's going to be specifically for kind of combination alloys, stuff like that. Our lava farm, our auto sieve and crazy, I don't know what to call this, like the basic components, sand, gravel, and dust. I don't know what I should call those. The ex nihilo base components, I don't know. But we do have that. We do have the beginning of a big reactor. This is going to be expanded a lot larger and eventually an active part added in as well, which is going to be very spoopy to think about. This is going to go. Yeah, this is going to go. And then this is our tree farm, which I never actually made them into fruit trees, which we actually probably should do in somewhat near future. Our little pens, which I am going to keep these pens. And then we do have, of course, a magical crop area, kind of all rocking and ready to go. I do have random obsidian scattered about, which I do have to take care of, but that is all fine and dandy. The one thing I will say is that in the future, and one thing that you guys can expect as a future episode, is we will eventually be making ourselves a home. And you might be like, are you actually though? Yes, we will be making ourselves a home. I'm a little bit conflicted. I had a design idea in my head, but I thought to myself that there was actually something else that we could potentially do as a home. Because honestly speaking, when you play Sky Factory, you're never like lounging around, right? Like this isn't like some kind of role play series where we just like lounge around and banter about being like, oh yes, I am enjoying the beautiful view from my balcony. We're always zipping around trying to do something, trying to make something automated or whatever else, or getting killed. So that I don't really know if it's necessarily important to have an accessible location, but that opens up the option to put it in a really high location as well as a really low location. And I'm not entirely sure how that's going to end up panning out, but I think what we might do is we might actually change this center area into the home. Originally, I was going to plan to like kind of put it out towards like its own little secluded area, but we will see. Parkour Pig, of course, will be kept alive for as long as he can stay alive for. You took damage. Wait, how did you take damage? Parkour Pig, what'd you do? What hurt you? The face of a hardened criminal. All right, but anyways, yeah, that is kind of the game plan for right now. I hope these 2 short episodes do help some of you guys on YouTube catch up. I know a lot of people have been like, whoa, this is like a whirlwind. I don't want any part of that. But hopefully for some of you guys, this will help even things out, make them a little bit better. I do ask for this piece of feedback. If you can give me any feedback about Sky Factory as a series and kind of what you would like to see from Sky Factory, or if Sky Factory has run its course. Maybe you guys just think, you know what, it was really cool at the start, not too sure anymore. Leave that in the feedback as well. I would absolutely love to have that information. But we are going to have quite a few big projects in the pipeline, which is really scary for me because I condensed them down to one episode, even though it should be like a multiple episode dealio. But let's be honest, I'm crazy. So we're gonna be doing that. And here's Doodles. That is all for this episode. I hope you all did enjoy. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're going to be doing a lot of build-esque stuff in the next several episodes for sure. God, I don't want to do it. No, we're doing it, Choco. Stop being a wuss. Okay. I had to like pump myself up to be like, it's going to be fine, which I am not convinced it is. But yeah, subscribe to the channel if you want to see kind of when I post videos and all that stuff. It has been a little bit kind of hit and miss in terms of scheduling. I do apologize for, of course, having missed the 11th. But schedule kind of got pushed around a little bit, as well as the fact that getting into this stuff was really daunting, and there was just no way I was going to make it in time. So that is why that all happened. But we should be back on track now. We should be back to daily. Unless you guys don't want daily, in which case I'll look around to some other things here and there. But anyways, that is all for today, guys. Take care, and ciao for now.